comment.
Okay, we're gonna call our April 20th board meeting to order. Roll call.
Mr. Smith?
Here.
Mr. Baculett?
Here.
Mr. Murray?
Here.
Mr. Miller?
Here.
Mrs. Keeper?
Here. At this time, we'll do the Pledge of Allegiance.
I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, at this time, does anyone desire to add, delete, or separate any items of the consent agenda as proposed? No? Okay, I need a motion to approve the meeting agenda as presented for the regular board meeting on April 20th, 2020.
Support.
All right, roll call.
Mr. Smith?
Yes.
Mr. Baculett?
Yes.
Mr. Murray?
Yes.
Mr. Miller?
Yes.
Mrs. Keeper?
Yes, motion carried. At this time, I need a motion to approve the minutes of the regular board meeting held on March 9th, 2020, and the special board of education meeting held on March 30th of 2020.
So. Support.
Roll call.
Mr. Smith?
Yes.
Mr. Baculett?
Yes.
Mr. Murray? Mr. Miller?
Yes.
Mrs. Keeper?
Yes, motion carried. Is there any board members with correspondence? Mrs. Lou?
I have none.
Mr. Samoa?
Yes, I received notice from Mrs. Ann Laney of her intent to resign at the end of the school year effective June 30th. And Ms. Monica Carazales, her letter of resignation effective July 31st.
Okay. Seeing that we do not have any guests or visitors, we will continue on to our agenda. Mrs. Lou, would you like to go over your financial report?
I will. We take a look at your green FinSum report. Really not very much has changed over the last couple of months. We're kind of staying about the same spot. We have a current fund balance of $11,558,764, and that is down by 1.43 million from last year, which is again still due to that transfer, which won't catch up with us until May. That would be the transfer to the capital projects funds of $2 million last year. So let me see. Fiscal year to date revenue, we have received $13,961,000, which is up $342,000 from last year. And at the same time, and as far as expenditures go, we have spent $12,199,000, and we has also up $718,659 from the same time last year. We have gotten all of our income taxes in now, and the last big revenue piece that we have coming in for this fiscal year will be the income tax collection at the end of this month. After that, we're going to start that's our last major revenue. We'll have our foundation payments coming in, but that's about it. So we're going to start seeing, right now we're looking at excess revenue over expenditures of if you look at the pink report, fiscal year to date column, actual, which is the second from the right. If you look down there at the excess revenue over expenditures, you'll see it's 1.7 million over revenue over expenditures right now. That amount is going to start declining. If you recall, every year it kind of goes like this, because once we get this income tax payment in at the end of this month, it's pretty much just money going out and not coming in, so it's going to dwindle that down. We are still, however, I believe, going to end up the year better than what we had anticipated, obviously due to the COVID crisis. We are there's a lot of things we're not spending money on. Fuel is practically nothing right now, and there's several other things, substitute teachers, various things that we will definitely be over appropriated in some areas and will not spend our entire budgeted amount. So at this point, I don't know exactly where we're going to be, because I have not wanted to start canceling POs until the governor actually said we were not coming back to school, and we knew that for a fact. So now I will start actually really getting into that and canceling out what we can cancel, so I can have a better idea where we're going to end up. but it's definitely, we're not gonna spend everything that I had anticipated we might. If you look at the yellow, what we used to call the fund summary report, it's financial summary by fund report now. As of the end of March, we're 75% of the way through the year. And if we total them all up, and this report doesn't total it all up, the percentage up anymore, which I don't like, but we are actually we've spent 73.3% overall of our general fund budget. So we're right where I would expect us to be. And I think that, that percentage is going to come down a little bit over the next couple months as we do not spend some of these appropriated monies. I know that everyone is wondering how the COVID crisis might impact our finances, and we will be having the 5-year forecast update for you to approve in May. And I'm working on that. To be honest with you, I'm not sure where to go with this, and I guess I kind of like the board's input. I've emailed the treasurers in the area who also have income taxes to see what their thinking is. And most of them don't know what to think, because this is unprecedented, and we don't really know what is going to happen or how long this is going to be. But for those who have gotten back with me, they're looking back at the Great Recession of 2008, which actually impacted fiscal year 9 and 10, because there's a lag effect there for us and for most districts. They're thinking of looking at that and taking down their revenue estimates over the next couple of years based on what percentage they were down then at a minimum. Because it could be worse than that, and this is not the same sort of a situation, and we don't really know, how long this is going to last. I don't know what to tell you. What I can tell you is that during the 08 recession, it hit our income tax in fiscal year 09 by 1.49%. Fiscal year 10 is when we really saw the decrease, and that year it was about 6.5%. The following year, then, it started to come back up. So there were 2 years there where we took a hit. The second year out was the worst, and that is kind of what I would expect probably again. It's definitely going to impact us next year, next fiscal year. Starting in July, we will see the first of the impact. But because of the way income taxes are collected and what you get each quarter, there is a lag time. And it's going to take a couple, 2-3 quarters for that to really catch up and see the full effect. So I don't really expect to see the full effect until probably the end of the calendar year.
And that might just be the beginning of it.
And that could just be, I honestly don't know. But I guess my feeling is that I should reduce income tax revenues by at least probably 6 to 8%, at least at a minimum, until we have to update again in October. Maybe by then we'll have a little better idea of what it's going to look like, and we'll know if that's too much or not nearly enough.
There's no analog for this though, other than 08, so.
Yeah,
I
that's
think you're right.
that's really the only thing we have to go back to.
Yeah.
And in this district, we're such a large ag district that we were not as impacted by that recession as a lot of districts were. I talked to the treasurer from Edgerton. Well, they've got some ag, but they've also got some, a little bit of industry. They were down 20% income tax during the recession. So it just depends on, we weren't down anywhere near that. Will we be this time? I don't know. I guess I'm kind of wondering what your thoughts are, how you would think you would want me to proceed with this. I don't want to be overly cautious and really, completely overstate how bad it might be, but I also don't want to get caught on the wrong side.
Well, I think we'd rather be bullish or bearish rather, with the projections. I mean, if we're wrong, that's great. I'd rather go low than try and be too conservative.
I mean, I would not have a problem taking it down 10% at this point and waiting and then watching what it does. We'll have the next collection after this will be the end of July. That's when we'll start seeing withholdings. We'll see the hit there.
I don't think 10% is overly cautious.
Is it enough?
I think based on what we know.
That nobody really knows.
At this point in time, are you comfortable with 10% reduction?
Yes.
Okay, and then we wait and see what happens, for the next forecast update?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, the other thing that we'll see an impact on, I'm sure, is going to be foundation funding from the state. Now, this year is the first year of biennial budget. So typically, a biennial budget cycle, it's set for 2 years, and so typically, this next year wouldn't really be questioned because, we know what we're getting. But in a situation like this, where the state is basically broke, or, most states are broke, there is no guarantee, there's nothing saying they can't reduce us in the middle of a biennial budget, and it has happened before. So, I can't guarantee that we're gonna get what we thought we were gonna get, in state funding next year, and I certainly think that we will be feeling the effects in the next biennial budget. So this thing could have impact on us for 3 or 4 years out. Looking back at the recession again, I looked at what happened there. In fiscal year 09, at the end of fiscal year 09, we were only down 0.64% in foundation funding. However, fiscal year 10, we were down almost 7%, and the following year after that, we were down another 3.3%. So overall, we were down over 10% from the time it started until 2-3 years out when it finally leveled off and then started picking back up again. It never recovered to the pre-recession levels. So we did get at that time, if you probably don't recall, because you weren't on, I don't think any of you were on the board then, we got some federal funding that was meant to help make up some of that state funding, but it came with strings attached, and you weren't free to use it for just totally general fund type things. It didn't make it all up either, and there's no guarantee. I have absolutely no way of knowing whether we would get any kind of federal funding in this situation or not. Is there even going to be money available to help states out with educational type funding? I don't know. Another possibility, and I don't want to be, doom and gloom, but I'm just thinking of other areas that we could be hit, is we get some federal title funding and IDEA, special ed funding from the federal government. Given the circumstances that the federal government's going to be in, could that be cut? Yeah, it could be. If it's cut, that special ed, that IDEA money that's cut, if we use that to pay special education teachers, we really cannot reduce our special education services. So one way or we're going to have to, if we get reduced, we're going to have to still pick that up. So that's another possibility, but I don't have a crystal ball. I don't know any more than any of you guys do. We do have treasurers have a Zoom meeting Friday, or the area treasurers. We get together once a month normally. So we're getting together by Zoom this Friday, and we have invited a financial consultant from one of the school groups. He's going to speak. Will he be able to share anything that we, that's really any different than what we know right now? Probably not, but I'm going to certainly be listening to see what kind of guidance he might have. If it's anything different than what we know. But
Does the state have any projections on what they think their income tax is going to be down?
not that I've seen it.
Okay, I just didn't know if we could parallel something that they, if they had any projections on their income tax, ours should parallel that somewhat.
We do from time to time. The state puts out, well, actually, it would be through its Howard Fleeter. I can't remember organization's name. It's kind of an educational watchdog type thing. He puts out projections, which are usually pretty good.
Okay.
At this point, I have not seen anything, so I honestly think it's just too early and nobody really
He's probably
has a
afraid to
handle
venture a
on
guess at
what-
this point in time
Yeah.
too.
what the impact's gonna be. So,
And we do have one revenue source that isn't represented here, though, right? The pipeline issue is maybe is.
well, the pipeline should not be, that shouldn't be impacted by
That
this.
shouldn't be impacted by this.
No, but of course, that's all tied up in this appeal process right now. So what, the forecast is going to project there is at the low level, assuming that they win their appeal and only end up paying at the lower level. If we get lucky, they lose their appeal and we get more money than what, and then, we've got more money coming in than what we are showing. But I'm being conservative there, not assuming that they're gonna lose their appeal. So that, I don't believe that should be impacted. However, something else that can be impacted and it won't show up for another year or two down the road could be real estate taxes. As people don't have income, taxes could be delinquent. That could eat into our collections that we get. I have no idea how much. Some of that might be made up. Some of it may never be made up. And that did happen during the recession too. We did take a little bit of a hit. It wasn't a major hit, but we did take a hit a little bit on real estate taxes too. It took a couple of years for them to come back. So, as far as how foundation funding, what to assume there, I don't know if we want to assume about the same kind of decrease as we saw during the recession. If you want me to take it down more,
Take it down at least as much.
okay.
Can you look at also, Denise, with the state funding gone for the grants, what it would look like?
Pardon?
For the state funding gone for the grants, can you take a look at what that would look
You
like?
mean the federal funding,
Yeah.
if we lost all of that?
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you just off the top of my head, we would be looking at around,
I mean, it doesn't have to be now, but over.
it'd be another over $300,000 that we have to
Like
do.
out of budget, like assuming you have to keep it.
I don't think we're gonna lose all that federal funding,
No,
but it could get cut.
but somebody could start looking at.
Yeah,
Did you say year two is about 6% down?
for foundation or
Yeah.
income tax.
Foundation,
Year two is almost 7% down.
I think I would use that number.
And then in the following year after that, it was down yet again, another 3.3%.
So do you think 10 or?
So I was almost thinking anywhere between 8 and 10
That's fine, yeah, I think 10.
and staggered, it's not all gonna happen the first year.
When-
It's gonna-
When do you redo the forecast?
You're gonna approve it next month. I'm working on it.
It happens annually.
Well, twice a year, we're
Twice a
legally
year,
required twice
okay.
a year to approve it.
I would say, yeah, go like 10% for this one, and then we'll reevaluate in 6 months and figure out. Hopefully, we'll have a better idea of the depth and severity
Oh,
of
I hope so.
economically. In 6 months, we'll have a better idea. I don't know if it'll be a good idea, but it'll be better than what we have now.
Well, actually, I misspoke. I said in October we do it, but they changed that law just this year, and it's November now. So in November, we will have to file an update. May and November are the required months.
I think you usually file quite cautiously, yeah. But
Well,
then quite conservative.
I have typically always been pretty conservative.
Let's continue to do so.
I would rather be caught on, I'd always rather,
Have a little extra.
yeah, have projected some cushion there than to be caught on the other side and,
Have a shortfall.
right.
Sure. I personally, I would encourage you to continue to do that.
Well, I do, but this is such an unprecedented
I-
situation.
I
I really, nobody knows what to do.
Correct.
So, okay, so I will use those as guidelines and go from there. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, we're gonna begin the financial section of the agenda. We need to approve the March 2020 financial report, including the cash reconciliation, cash summary report, financial summary report, and annual spending report. We need to approve the following appropriation modifications. Increase to girls basketball fundraising purchase services for $12,457.45. Increase the architect services high school locker room project for $142,500. We need to approve a revised auxiliary service agreement. This is revision number 5 with Educational Service Center of Lake Erie West for the 2019-2020 school year in the amount of $82,221.76 for services of auxiliary services personnel for the benefit of Holy Trinity School, and to amend resources and modify appropriations accordingly. We need to approve the following additional federal grant fund allocations for fiscal year 20 and to amend resources and modify appropriations accordingly. An increase to Title I, $3,266.94. Increase to Title II-A, $1,270.07. An increase to Title IV-A, $257.95. We have a list of donations we need to accept. We have 2 LED signs valued at $700 from Scotty D's LEDs to Evergreen Elementary School and Evergreen Local Schools. We have $500 from Andrew Zach Pitsons to the general education for the middle school for lunches for testing days, and $750 from Robert H. Tripp to the Tripp Family Scholarship. At this time, I just need a motion to approve the March 2020 financial reports and other financial items.
So moved.
Questions or discussion? All right, roll call.
Mr. Smith?
Yes.
Mr. Vaculip?
Yes.
Ms. Murray?
Yes.
Mr. Miller?
Yes.
Mrs. Keeper?
Yes, motion carries. We'll move on to our personnel. We need a motion to non-renew all supplemental and pupil service contracts such as coaches, club monitors, etc. for the 2019-2020 school year. We need to accept the resignation of Ms. Monica Carazales, elementary guidance counselor. Ms. Carazales' resignation will become effective on July 31st of 2020. Ms. Carazales' services to the district and our students is greatly appreciated. We need to offer a 1-year, 220-day contract for the 2020-2021 school year, effective August 1st, 2020, to Derek Stoke, the athletic director, at an annual salary of $64,173. At this time, I just need a motion to approve the above listed personnel positions.
So moved.
Support.
Any questions, discussion? All right, roll call.
Mr. Smith?
Yes.
Mr. Vaculip?
Yes.
Mr. Murray?
Yes.
Mr. Miller?
Yes.
Mrs. Keeper?
Yes, motion carries. All right, move on to other business. We need a motion to approve an agreement with Northwest Ohio Educational Service Center to properly participate in special education services for the fiscal year 2020-2021 at an estimated cost of $676,961.63. The board and NWOESC agree that $601,922 of this amount shall be paid pursuant to the revised code 3313.845 for applicable laws by having this amount deducted from the board state foundation payments, with any remaining balance being invoiced and paid directly to the NWOESC.
So moved. Support.
Questions or discussion? All right, roll call.
Mr. Smith?
Yes.
Mr. Vaculip?
Yes.
Mr. Murray?
Yes.
Mr. Miller?
Abstain.
Mrs. Keeper?
Yes, motion carried. We need a motion to approve continued participation in the OHI Optimal Health Initiatives Charter Workers' Compensation Group Rating Program for the 2021 calendar year.
So moved. Support.
Questions or discussion? All right, roll call.
Mr. Smith?
Yes.
Mr. Vaculip?
Yes.
Mr. Murray?
Yes.
Mr. Miller?
Yes.
Mrs. Keeper?
Yes, motion carried. We need a motion to authorize the superintendent and treasurer to accept the lowest best bid from Cardinal Bus Sales and Services in Lima, Ohio, and to purchase 2 72-passenger diesel-powered buses at a cost of $173,498, which makes them $86,749 each, less the total trade-in allowance of $4,400 for 2 old buses.
Support.
Questions or discussion?
Any idea how much wear and tear we're saving on our fleet by not busing kids for the last quarter of the year? We still want to move forward with 2 new buses since we've saved a fair amount of wear and tear.
I would think so.
I would
Yeah,
recommend yes with where some of the older ones were.
The two we're getting rid of are pretty old, on miles.
Any further questions, discussion? All right, roll call.
Mr. Smith,
Yes.
Mr. Baculip,
Yes.
Mr. Murray,
Yes.
Mr. Miller,
Yes.
Mrs. Keeper.
Yes, motion carried. We need a motion to approve a contract with Lori's Empty Nest LLC to provide physical therapy services for students in the Evergreen Local School District for the 2020-2021 school year. Services will occur approximately 6 hours per week and will not exceed 8 hours per week at an hourly rate of $70 per hour.
So moved.
Support.
Questions or discussion? All right, roll call.
Mr. Smith,
Yes.
Mr. Baculip,
Yes.
Mr. Murray,
Yes.
Mr. Miller,
Yes.
Mrs. Keeper.
Yes, motion carried. We need a motion to approve a 2020-2021 service agreement between Healthcare Process Consulting and Evergreen Local School District for the purpose of HPCs assisting in managing the district's Ohio Medicaid school program in order to procure federal medical reimbursement for Medicaid eligible services provided by the district. To the term of an agreement shall be for 1 year, commencing on July 1st, 2020, and ending on June 30th of 2021. Both dates inclusive at an annual fee of $3,500. Renewal and/or amendments of this agreement can be made upon mutual agreement of both parties prior to its expiration.
So moved.
Support.
Questions or discussion? All right, roll call.
Mr. Smith,
Yes.
Mr. Baculip,
Yes.
Mr. Murray,
Yes.
Mr. Miller,
Yes.
Mrs. Keeper.
Yes, motion carries. We need a motion to approve an agreement with Northwest Ohio Educational Service Center to provide training, support, resources, and handbooks to all mentor program participants for the 2020-2021 school year.
Support.
Questions or discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Smith,
Yes.
Mr. Baculip,
Yes.
Mr. Murray,
Yes.
Mr. Miller,
Yes.
Mrs. Keeper.
Yes, motion carries. We need to accept the lowest best bid in the amount of $156,025.40 from Brent Electric, Toledo, Ohio, to commence work on the exterior lighting portion, which is phase 2, and the high school building portion, which is phase 3, for the district LED lighting conversion program.
So moved. Support.
Questions or discussion? All right, roll call.
Mr. Smith,
Yes.
Mr. Baculip,
Yes.
Mr. Murray,
Yes.
Mr. Miller,
Yes.
Mrs. Keeper.
Yes, motion carried. At this time, we need a motion to approve remote learning plan for the 2019-2020 school year pursuant to the revised code 3313.482 and House Bill 197. The Board of Education hereby authorizes the following plan to allow students of the Evergreen Local School District to access and complete online remote lessons in order to fulfill the required number of hours during the 1920 school year.
Support.
Questions or discussion?
Excuse me.
Zach and Jason. Questions or discussion? All right, roll call.
Mr. Smith,
Yes.
Mr. Baculip,
Yes.
Mr. Murray,
Yes.
Mr. Miller,
Yes.
Mrs. Keeper.
Yes, motion carries. All right, at this time, Mr. Samola, would you like to continue with discussion and information?
Sure, had a few items wanted to share with the board. The remote learning, today Governor Mike DeWine extended remote learning for Ohio schools until the end of the school year. We continue to follow our remote learning plan to provide online instruction to students in grades 3 to 12 and provide work packs for pickup for students in K to 2. We've added a frequently asked questions section on the district website to help parents adjust to remote learning. We've been sending a weekly district update to all families to keep them informed of the latest information and where to find answers to their questions. We are working on a plan for the end of the school year by individual building to address final grades, collection of school property, and the return of students' property. So now that the announcement's been made, we've got some work to do to figure out how we will wrap up the school year. We still have not heard, well, athletics have been canceled. We don't know when group gatherings will be allowed to be held. We have a tentative graduation date of June 28th that was sent out in one of the district updates. So hopefully some of those items can happen so we can, seniors can go out with a regular graduation. We believe that's important. We want that to happen. How that looks is yet to be determined. Any questions on remote learning? It's been an adventure. Student lunch program, we continue to provide free grab-and-go lunches for students throughout the duration of the school closure. We are currently providing approximately 195 lunches daily. Students receive 5 lunches, 3 are delivered on Mondays and 2 delivered on Thursdays. Pickup locations remain at the farmhouse in Metamora, Christ Word Church near Sylvania, Chesterfield Township Hall, and at the entrance to Swanton's Meadow, the mobile home park in AI. Families are still able to sign up, so we see this continuing right up through the end of the school year. Questions on the lunch program? Renovation projects, phase 1 of the LED lighting project at the elementary is complete. We did receive the first energy rebate that was part of our motivation to enter into these lighting upgrades. Phase 2 and 3, phase 2 being exterior lights, phase 3, the high school, are ready to begin. There are first energy rebates that apply to both of these projects. They are still available, so that is good for us. The high school locker room and weight room renovation and expansion is on schedule. We will host a contractor walkthrough on April 28th for those interested in bidding on the project. We plan to begin work at the end of May, complete the project in 2 phases as we have talked about. So, any questions on either the lighting or the locker room, weight room renovation expansion?
Do you want to continue with Mr. Miller's, maybe a brief summary of his report?
Sure. Because of the COVID-19 and social distancing, I asked Mr. Miller not to attend this meeting, so I will cover what he has provided to the board. Custodial staff has been working 2 days a week. Staff are deep cleaning classrooms, painting hallways and restrooms. Starting on April 27th, custodial staff will be back working full-time. He presented this before we knew we weren't coming back, so they will begin the summer cleaning that would typically happen once school ended, so they will start that early. We do have disinfectants, cleaning supplies, and gloves in stock if the students were to come back. We know that now is not happening. Evergreen donated 8 to 10 cases of disinfectants and gloves to the local EMS since they had a need and were asking, and we were not using them with school not being in session. Mowing season has started, so is weeding. So we are trying a new weed killer that sterilizes the ground and is supposed to keep weeds away for a year. Custodians are going to help with landscaping and mowing this summer since school is, school's finished early and they will get the buildings ready for next year in advance. That will prevent us from hiring summer help who typically help with the outside. So we'll get everything done in the buildings early and then move the custodial staff to help with the campus upkeep. Some recent projects, the door to the fall storage was repaired and a functional lock added so we can ensure a secure building. Part has been ordered to the middle school doors that were an issue with being pulled open. It was a $20 piece. We found out about it from Toledo Public Schools who have them on all of theirs. There's no way to pull them open once that's installed. So we had to order that piece.
Is that something we should look at with all the doors?
It's a certain style that can be pulled open, like the high school doors you couldn't pull open if you wanted to, so. Any of that nature, like the middle school main doors, yes, we would put them on it. Replacement window for the press box has been ordered. We are also looking at a new frame for door 13, which is the athletic entrance. Right now it is not up to code with handicap accessible, so it was more cost effective to do it through the door company than to make it part of the renovation project. So we're moving ahead with that to get us in compliance and with all the other construction happening on the athletic end. Earlier this month, new film was installed on various windows to add bullet resistance protection. We replaced and added numerous cameras throughout the district, almost 30 of them, to get better quality and better coverage to ensure campus safety. Already mentioned, phase one of the LED has been completed. So we are ready to go with phase two, and then he also mentioned that the contractor walkthrough for the high school renovation on the 20th. So, any questions regarding maintenance?
I forget, the athletic entrance doors, did the new concrete get poured all the way up to that, or did they stop short? Replaced the concrete 2 years ago, 2 years ago, I think. At any rate, I know it's tricky to get the concrete poured underneath those doors. It might be a good idea to at least look at the idea of pouring the new concrete when we replace the doors.
I don't know when it was done, but I will
Yeah.
definitely will look
I'd
at
have to take a look at it, because I think we stopped short, because I think I asked the contractor who's doing it, why do we go the rest of the way? And he said it's just a bear to do while the doors are there, so it might be something to look into.
Okay, thank you. I will check that out, because they will be pulling the doors to put the new frame in
Okay.
for the handicap accessible.
Is Brent overseeing too, the Tyler?
Yes.
I see they're back there today.
And
With
maybe,
dozers.
did I miss that on his thing?
But he's coming in and just making sure he's checking in well.
They were in last week, they moved the sprinkler heads, they actually began leveling today.
Do you have any further reports, Mr. Simone?
No, and that kind of includes my superintendent report with the remote learning. It's been pretty much the focus of everything, being able to meet the needs of the students with this new system.
Are there any board members with questions or concerns?
I don't have any questions or concerns. I'd like to thank everybody for doing everything they've done for remote learning, because between administration and everyone, all the teachers, I know everyone's doing their best. This is all uncharted territory for everyone, so I personally would like to thank everyone for all their extra and hard work.
Okay. At this time, I need a motion for the members of the Evergreen Local Board of Education, Superintendent and Treasurer to go into executive session for the following reasons: to consider the employment of public employees, to consider the investigation of charges or complaints against a public employee, official, licensee, or student. Also, there will be no action. We will be leaving the video on, and we will come back to adjourn our meeting. So I just need a motion.
So,
Okay, roll call?
Mr. Smith,
Yes.
Mr. Baculett,
yes.
Mr. Murray,
Yes.
Mr. Miller,
Yes.
Mrs. Peter.
Yes, motion carries. Okay.
group. No, that's pretty much. Good.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
So, I mean, I thought that might have made you feel a little more confident on some of those, but
I'm hopeful, this is, why during this time, it should be nice to.
And you said you have us on at 7:30?
I have 7:35.
Okay.
And 6:40.
6:40, about 7:35.
Okay, at this time, we just need a motion to adjourn the April 20th, 2020 regular meeting of the Evergreen Local Board of Education.
Who had the second?
Oh, I'll support.
All right, roll call?
Mr. Smith?
Yes.
Mr. Vaculik?
Yes.
Mr. Murray?
Yes.
Mr. Miller?
Yes.
Mrs. Keeper?
Yes, motion carries.